It was a brazen crime. A local business was robbed, customers assaulted. Good evening, I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Mark Wright. It turns out that crime was a complete hoax, as we first told you about the robbery at Bob's Burgers and SeaTac last month. A crime that had investigators scouring the city looking for the perpetrators. King 5's Callie Greenberg joins us live now. Callie, the sheriff's office says this was completely fabricated, right?
She actually called it what you just said, Mark, a complete hoax involving roughly 10 people. And the sheriff's office also told me they believe that this was racially motivated because they said the two fake suspects were identified as Samoan. Now, the sheriff's office, they dedicated several resources to solving this crime, only to learn that the suspects involved don't actually exist. The video that we're going to show you right now is of Bob's Burgers. This was taken back when that crime was first reported. SeaTac police, they originally said that it was two masked men. They tied up customers, demanded money, and sexually assaulted two females. Now, today, the sheriff's office and SeaTac police chief said that this was all planned out to look like a crime. In fact, they believe the reasoning behind this hoax was that the people involved were hoping to use the crime as a way to apply for a U visa. Now, immigration offices say that a U visa is set aside for victims of certain crimes that are helpful to law enforcement or to governing officials helping them investigate. So the sheriff's told me today that this is not okay, especially in the view of public safety. SeaTac police told me that there were 4 detectives assigned, 2 detective sergeants that were dedicated to this case, meaning that they were pulled from other resources or other crimes that they could have solved. So what those detectives ended up doing is they were talking to these 10 people, and they started to learn that the stories, they weren't adding up. Eventually, someone came forward and said this was all a hoax. Now, we did learn today that the owner of Bob's Burgers was not involved in this hoax, and we've recently learned that they say they are cooperating with investigators. In Seattle tonight, Callie Greenberg, King 5 News.
All right, Callie, and more on what Callie was just talking about. Reporter Ted Land just checked in with the Bob's Burger restaurant in SeaTac. Ted talked with the son of the owner, Sergio, who would not give his last name. He says he and his mom, who is the owner, are both cooperating in this investigation. They say they thought this was a real crime when it happened and say they did not know it was a hoax. They have an attorney. They declined to comment on camera. The restaurant is back open again.